Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heitkamp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofus.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Turner Blofus, and we are back at beautiful Minnewaska Area High School for a Section 6A clash, and this is for a trip to the Section Championship game, folks. You can call it the Section Semis, you can call it the Subsection Championship. It is the two top teams in the South Subsection after all, so you call it whatever you want. Either way, we got a big playoff game coming your way. Breckenridge actually fell in this round to Hancock last year. A lot of people were thinking maybe it was going to be a little bit of a rematch with the Owls this time around, but that was not the case, as West Central Area ended up getting a nice little cushion on Hancock, and then Hancock stormed back to tie it up in the final minute, but West Central Area was able to hold them off to punch their ticket here to this subsection title game. We'll run through the South Power Poll for you. Breckenridge finished first, as we mentioned, 11 straight wins coming into this ball game. Bested Benson 81-36, and then followed it up with a 66-49 beatdown of Wheaton-Herman-Norcross. They actually led by 29 at one point in that ball game before they kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit and got some subs into the game. West Central Area beat Brandon-Evansville 63-49, followed it up with a 5-point victory over Hancock we were telling you about, as they got a nice little bucket from Maya Fosling near the end of the game to kind of put them back up. So that eliminated Hancock. Wheaton-Herman-Norcross, of course, bested by Breckenridge, and then Parker's Prairie finished fifth in the South subsection, ended up having their season come to an end as well. And then on the north side, we'll run through that as well. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy will be taking on Underwood tonight. Hillcrest moved on with a 67-32 victory over Battle Lake and followed it up with a 65-47 victory over Park Christian, a very solid Park Christian team that Breckenridge actually kind of handled as well this year. But that definitely, I don't think that score is really indicative of how good Park Christian's been this year. But anyways, Underwood got into this ball game with a 61-41 victory over Rothsay and also a 60-53 win over New York Mills. New York Mills, who had finished the season with as the 3 seed, Park Christian the 4 seed, and then Lake Park Audubon as the 5 seed. This is all part of your Power Poll ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. And before we dive into our State Farm Stat Report, once again, I'd like to shout out all of our bonus sponsors that hopped on and made this broadcast possible. And I'm going to get a little long-winded here, folks, because we have a lot of businesses that want to hop on and support local athletics here. We got Bremer Bank in Breckenridge and Wapaton, Cross Brothers Construction, the Black Pelican Bar and Grill in Wyndmere, Dakota Cabinetry, Valley Beach Service and Manufacturing as well. Sanford Health Wapaton, Superior Builders. Got to give a real big shout out to them. They're also a video stream sponsor for this. If you guys didn't notice their nifty little logo there, we'll play a little ad for them during the game as well. Superior Builders, thank you for making this video stream possible. Prairie Stone, Mindak Farmers Cooperative, OK Tire in Wapaton, Comdell Innovation, Cargill, Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative, Wapaton Parks and Recreation as well. And then we'll move on to Thrifty Horizons, American Federal Bank, Scott's Electric, Favorites Drive-Thru in Delhi. Then we got Edward Jones Agent, Jody Hendrickson, and wrapping it up, we got Jaworski Glass and Repair also making this broadcast possible, so thank you to all the bonus sponsors. Now, as promised, we got our State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. And we're going to highlight 2 games. We're going to do Breckenridge's last game against Wheaton-Herman-Norcross, and then we're going to follow it up with Breckenridge's victory over West Central Area, because I got to bury the lead there a little bit. These teams are familiar with each other. Breckenridge had a 9-point victory over them, actually trailed by 10.5 if I remember correctly, and ended up coming from behind to win that one. We'll tell you more about that after we run through the Wheaton-Herman-Norcross victory. Ava Janing off the bench, a very efficient 16 points, knocked down 5 of her 9 tries from the field, 2 for 4 on threes, and then 4 for 6 from the stripe. Had 5 rebounds, 5 steals to go along with that. Everybody was racking up the steals in this game. We'll tell you more about that. 2 assists as well. Jonica Bernadez with a quiet 10 points. She got 6 of those at the free throw line on 8 tries. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals in a very solid floor game. Parker Yagi, a bit of a quiet night with 10 points and 7 rebounds, but 7 steals. Yay! That might end up on the board here. I'm not sure. The stats are a little questionable sometimes. Remember last year when I thought that Parker broke the school record for points in a game? Evidently not. Piper Janning had 10 points last game, 3 rebounds and 2 steals. 4 for 12 shooting from the field. And then Anna Spear, 2 for 6 on her triples. And then 8 points, 3 rebounds, and a pair of steals. Breckenridge racked up 23 steals as a team. Not too shabby. Also had 21 offensive rebounds on their 44 rebound outing. And now on to part 2 of our State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Amanda Frederick once again. And this was the victory over West Central area, which was highlighted by Jonica Bernadez having a very strong showing way back on January 7th. She shot 7 of 13 from the field, 5 of 8 on threes. Knocking down 5 threes in a game, that's light work. 19 points as well, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a pair of steals. Parker Yagi had a dozen in that game. She shot 5 of 15 from the field, just shy of a double-double with 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Sydney Roberts had 9 points in that outing, got 4 deflections in it, 4 rebounds and 2 assists, so she was getting into the passing lanes. And then leading the way for West Central area, they had a couple girls in double figures. Addison Staples had 13 of her team's 46 points. She shot 5 of 9 from the field, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And then Maya Fosling, who recently went over 1,000 points, 10 points in that outing, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a block as well. So that is a look at your State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Amanda Frederick, all part of your Red River Grain pregame show. Serving local farmers since 1986. We'll take our first break on this Red River Grain pregame show. Come back with your keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors Wampton, as well as your injury report, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. You are listening to to the Red River Grain pregame show and Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the I3G Sports Network.
Superior Builders proudly supports tonight's high school sporting contest. Brian Bernardis and the team at Superior Builders have been the post frame building experts for over 20 years. Get the ball rolling on your dream building today by visiting superiorbuildersnd.com and check out the team's unmatched craftsmanship. Superior Builders also sponsors Plays of the Week, supporting high school athletes on the KBMWnews.com Facebook. Superior Builders proudly supports all the Superior athletes in our community.
Are you looking to replace existing countertops or new build projects? Prairie Stone Countertops provides premium stone at a competitive rate. Prairie Stone will price match quotes for 20% or more savings. With over 400 stone slabs in stock to view, we provide a large variety of inventory on hand. Prairie Stone Countertops is a trusted partner for all of your countertop projects and installation. We'd like to extend thanks to all of our satisfied customers from all of us at Prairie Stone Countertops.
To find out more information or to view their gallery, visit them on the web at prairie-stone.com or give them a call today at 605-637-5582.
Mindak Farmers Cooperative is proud to be serving the Red River Valley since 1974. The staff in Mindak Farmers Cooperative would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the agribusiness community. From the fields to the parts stores to the factory, everyone works together to sweeten the local economy, pumping millions into the strength of our schools, communities, and businesses. Thanks to all for helping support the local farmer and our communities. Pure sugar by nature. Mindak Farmers Cooperative in Wahpeton.
They say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. At OK Tire, we're here to keep you going. From Firestone tires and replacements to retreads and even Firestone tracks, we have you covered. Our certified Firestone experts are ready to get you back up and running, no matter if you're on site or in the field, saving you time and money. OK Tire, we keep the tough going.
Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career, Comdell Innovation is here. Comdell is looking to hire machinists and tool fabrication technicians. Head to ComdellInnovation.com and click Job Opportunities to apply. That's Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, wishing the best of luck to students and coaches in tonight's game.
Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
Wahpeton Parks and Recreation is proud of our community and the talented student athletes competing tonight, providing community collaborations, a family-focused environment, and endless activities. Watt Parks and Rec is here for you. Make sure to check out their website, wahpetonparks.com, for more information on rec programs, parks, facilities, and events. Check out our Facebook page, Wahpeton Parks and Recreation, for all other updates. And good luck to all teams and coaches from all of us at Wahpeton Parks and Recreation.
Welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986, Turner Bluffus. And it's time for your keys to the game, folks. Brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals, Smith Motors in Wahpeton. And I'm going to sound like a broken record here, and I'm kind of mad at myself for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. You remember last time when I was talking about how their press really need to be kind of clicking to be successful? I was going to do something else, I promise. But then I found out what West Central area really struggled with in the last game, and would you believe it? It was the press. They did not handle the pressure when they had a pretty nice lead against the Hancock Owls, and then once the full court press kind of got turned on, that allowed the Owls to really get back into the game. So, if that's something that Breckenridge can maybe tap into a little bit and, repeat their formula that has been just so outstanding this year as far as the full court trap that they've put on and just been causing other teams fits, and we'll see if that's going to carry over today. I know, I'm sorry. I did the same thing back-to-back games. That's boring for pregame shows, I know, but I wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't important. That is your key to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. See if the Breckenridge press can take control of this game, make West Central area uncomfortable, and we'll see if that's going to be a big key factor to potentially moving on to a section title game. And now it's time for your injury report, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. And luckily for the Cowgirls, nothing else to report for any injured players, and West Central area did not give me any injuries as well. I made sure to ask, I did my due diligence, so hopefully they didn't forget to put anybody, or maybe there's one of those situations where it's somebody who's been out all year and then they just kind of forget to mention them sometimes, which I get it happens sometimes, but they didn't give me anybody who's out with any injuries, so none to report for West Central area, but the Breckenridge Cowgirls once again out without Emily Gowan, who was definitely a stand-up for them last year. A captain on this squad, still does the captain's meetings, if you guys didn't notice. I don't know if that caught it on the broadcast stream or on the video stream, but Emily Gowan still goes out there to represent the team and is still being and obviously one of the top teammates over there on the bench, of course, always supporting her squad. So she's contributing the only way she can right now, kind of like how Jonica Bernardes had to be Coach Jonica last year. And this is the year Emily, unfortunately, has to sit out with a knee injury, but they'll be back to, they'll have her back in the lineup next year, and we're all very excited to see her back in the lineup. That's your injury report, once again brought to you by CHI St. Francis. Now for another quick break here on the Red River Grain pregame show. It's like we're about 17 minutes away from your opening tip. You are listening to Cowgirl basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. Red River Grain pregame show. We'll be right back.
Thrifty Horizons wishes all the players good luck throughout the playoffs. Check out Thrifty Horizons on Facebook for daily sales. Thrifty Horizons is in need of clean, resellable household donations. Thrifty Horizons store and donation hours are Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 5, Thursday, 9 to 7, and Friday, 9 to 3. Donatable items including clothing, toys, furniture, books, and movies. Find us at 229 Minnesota Avenue, Breckenridge, Minnesota. Good luck from all of us at Thrifty Horizons.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
Scott's Electric has built their entire reputation on quality workmanship. Their dedication is to you. At Scott's Electric, it's all about customer satisfaction. They cover all the bases. New construction from commercial to industrial, agricultural, residential, and communications. Scott's Electric wrote the book on electric service and repair. They can handle utility placement and street lighting too. Find them at www.scottselectric.net or call 701-642-9244. Scott's Electric, quality workmanship with dedication to customer satisfaction.
When you're looking for catering, what comes to mind? Joel Ellingson at Favorites Drive-Thru Deli. Give him a call at 899-0942 for your catering events. Find him on Facebook, too. Favorites Drive-Thru Deli in Breckenridge.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hendrickson, your help get you ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. She will work with you to meet your changing needs to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, she can help make them feel a little less unexpected. Call Jody Hendrickson at 701-642-5762 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986. Turner Bloffice. And I figured since we kind of got a little extra time here on the pregame show, I'd run through the results so far. I know I kind of hit on some of those in our power poll ranking, but I figured we got time. We may as well go through game by game. Starting off with the Pigtail games on the north side. Battle Lake moved on with an 81-66 victory over Norman County East Zealand Hitterdal. Rothsay got into the tournament with a 71-41 win over Henning. That was a 7 versus 10 matchup in the north. We'll stick with the north bracket here as Hillcrest Lutheran Academy got the party started with a 67-32 run, or a 67-32 victory. Park Christian moved on with a 79-47 win over Lake Park Audubon. Underwood bested Rothsay 61-41 to move on to face New York Mills, where they beat them 69-44. And then they Underwood ended up winning that matchup, and funny enough, the MSHSL didn't report a score, so I might have to track that down elsewhere. My apologies, folks, but I can promise you, Underwood won that ball game to move on to face Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, who beat Park Christian 65-47. I guess I could just pull that up on my power poll ranking once again. Silly me. Yeah, that was let's see if we got the score on there. Apologies. You guys can kind of see how the sausage is made here. Yep, they beat it. They ended up beating New York Mills 60-53. Thank you to Robert Wanek for being able to track down that score for us, even though he is currently bedridden right now, pretty sick. So definitely in our thoughts and prayers, but he's going to be back in the lineup pretty soon here, so we're excited for when he gets back here. Let's dive into the south subsection here. Benson earned the right to play Breckenridge with a 53-48 win over Ashby. Brandon Evansville got into the tournament with a 63-32 victory over Ortonville. Breckenridge beat up on Benson 81-36. Wheaton-Herman Norcross just edged Parkers Prairie 57-54. West Central area held off Brandon Evansville for a 63-49 victory. Hancock really ran it up on Clinton Graceville Beardsley in a 3 versus 6 matchup. 83-42 the final in that. Hancock fell to West Central area, as we mentioned earlier, 62-57. And then Breckenridge moved on to this game with a 66-49 win over Wheaton-Herman Norcross, a game that Breckenridge led by 29 at one point. So another thing to keep in mind, the score wasn't exactly reflective of how the game really went, but figured we'd run through all of those again, and now we can hit on your starting lineups. I know we're getting into it a little early, but that's all right by me. Your starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And we'll start off with West Central area. They go like this with Addison Staples, a 5'11 senior wearing number 0. She's a forward on this squad. Jaden Steiba, another forward who is listed at 5'8. She's a senior rocking number 1. Macy Gross at a guard. She's a senior, another senior in that starting 5, wearing number 2. She's listed at 5'7. Up next, we got Madison Fagry, who is a 5'9 junior wearing number 4. And then Maya Fosling, once again, the 1,000-point scorer, another senior. So they got 4 in the starting 5. She's a 5'10", listed as a guard, and I hear she has quite the stroke as well. You've never seen so much rainbow on a three-pointer, I was told, before this one. So I'm excited to see her get some shots up here in this ball game. And now for the starting lineups for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. And come on, guys. You guys know the drill right now. We can say it all together if you guys want. We'll go in numerical order so you can follow along. Sydney Roberts at number 0. She is a 5'5 senior. Along with her is Jonica Bernades, a junior who's listed at 5'7", wearing number 2. Parker Yagi, also listed at 5'7", and is also a junior, wearing number 3. Piper Janing, a sophomore, listed at 5'9". Lanky sophomore wears number 10. And then we got Aaron Bloffus rounding it out. 5'10 senior, wearing number 24. Who most definitely lied about her height on that roster. and not the way that you'd think. But usually people are saying they're taller than they are, but I swear, I don't think that's accurate. But Tony Bogenreef, the head coach of the Breckenridge Cowgirls, and the West Central Area Knights are coached by Becca Holland. And officials for this contest, I was able to track them down. My apologies if I got some pronunciations wrong. We got Jance Gullickson, Eric Ash, and then also Corey Marquardt. So they're from the Morris Association, so very much appreciate the guys who were able to track that information down for me. It takes a village up here to get a broadcast going, but we'll take our final, well, probably not our final break, but we'll say our second to last break on the Red River Grain pregame show. As we're about 8 minutes away from the opening tip, you are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM once again, and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. I'm here to tell you about our hydraulic hoses and fittings. We stock most hoses and fittings from 1/4 inch up to 1.25 inch and rated to 5,500 PSI. From all of us at Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley, we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
All right, folks, we're getting closer to the opening tip, but looks like we're about 5 minutes out. Just thought I would jump in here and let you guys know. And you know, at the end of the season is where I usually have it down, where I think I got the timing with the national anthem down, but evidently not. So I think they are going to be starting the national anthem pretty quick here. Just thought I'd run through the starters once again for you really quick. West Central area will be rolling out Addison Staples, She wears number 0, 5'11 senior. A lot of seniors in the starting 5, including Jaden Steiba, a 5'8 forward, wearing number 1. Macy Gross, number 2, 5'7 senior. Along with them is Madison Fagry, who is a my apologies, looks like I was checking the wrong column. Fagry is a junior. And then Maya Fosling. Oh, no, I had that right. Maya Fosling, the fourth senior in the starting 5, 5'10 guard. Rocks number 5. And then Breckenridge, their usual starting 5. Once again, they've started almost all the games this way. Sydney Roberts, Jonica Bernades, Parker Yagi, Piper Janing, and Aaron Blofis as well. Those starting lineups once again brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. And now we'll take a break for the national anthem. You are listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM. We'll be back with your opening tip, brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And welcome back as we get ready to wrap up the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And they have been doing this the whole tournament here, as it is a neutral site. So the way they do the starting lineups is they alternate between the two teams. Breckenridge looking to improve on last year's finish, falling in the section semis. And basically all the girls back this year. Obviously, Jonica Bernades wasn't in that section semi game last year, so she could be a difference maker in this game. We already got to see how much of a difference maker she was in the first matchup with West Central area. And by the way, if you hear the band, that is because the Breckenridge Pep Band made the trip. So shout out to the band. Better turn it over to them really quick here on the video stream. Show them some love. Also, the Breckenridge faithful have traveled very well. Can't really show that very well on the video stream as we're right behind them, so we're kind of up to her too close where you can't really get a good view of it. But take my word for it. We got a lot of green in the stands today, and we're getting ready for the opening tip brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science. Once again, the science of learning by doing. North Dakota State College of Science. where Sydney Roberts will be playing volleyball next year. Keeping that strong tradition going of very good Breckenridge and Wapton athletes going over there and staying in town. And another good get by head coach Jane Pesa, but we're focused on basketball right now. Once again, this opening tip brought to you by North Dakota State College of Science. Jumping it up for Breckenridge will be Erin Bloffus, who tips it about 3 times before it goes to Piper Janing. She gets it to Sydney Roberts. Roberts gets it over to Parker Yagi. Yagi looking to drive right away. Goes to a spin move. Kicks it out to Piper Janing in the right corner. Piper Janing rotates it to Jonica Bernades, who hit 5 triples in the last meeting between these two teams. They're ready for it this time. Sydney Roberts was looking to attack off the bounce. Still is. Going to work and goes to the right-handed finish off the mark. And rebounded by West Central area. Addison Staples pulling down the board. Bringing it up for the Knights is Macy Gross. Swung around to the left wing. Fosling ended up getting swung out to the right corner. 3 is good for Macy Gross. Parker Yagi bringing the ball up. Don't see her run the point to start the games too often. Jonica Bernades now taking over as the floor general on the Minnewaska M. Dumps it off to Parker Yagi. Yagi ends up missing the layup. Rebounded by Stuyba. Parker Yagi guarding in transition. Swung over to Staples. Addison Staples was looking to bully her defender. Gets rotated out to the corner to Gross. Gross looking to make it back-to-back buckets. Instead, her shot is blocked and rebounded by Piper Janing. Janing brings it up to the right wing. Gets it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts back to Janing. Piper Janing has it in the right corner. Dribble drive. Thought about the reverse, but instead she'll drop it off to Parker Yagi. Almost has it stripped, but that ball strength is something else. Power dribble into a layup for Parker Yagi. 3-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area gets into the right corner. Fosling with the nice little step through for 2. Maya Fosling adding to her over 1,000 point resume. Parker Yagi bringing up the ball. Her squad down 5-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. She's got their first bucket. And Jonica Bernades lets it rip from the right wing off the mark and rebounded by Staples. Addison Staples going to drive inside, and Jonica Bernades with a block and the rebound. Feeds it up to Piper Janing. She's taking it right to the rack. Janing throws up a wild floater and draws the foul. That was just a prayer after getting some contact, but it will not be an N1, but 2 free throws coming for Piper Janing. Piper Janing having a breakout sophomore campaign, which kind of it sounds like I'm taking away from her freshman year, which was also really solid if she misses the first free throw. But just a completely different player in my eyes. If you ask me, she's really taken on a larger role this year and has done a really good job. Sister Ava also made a big jump this year, and a 1-for-2 trip for Piper Janing. It's got the lead to 2. 5-3 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Breckenridge swipes the steal. The press forces the ill-advised pass, and Parker Yagi comes away with it. Jonica Bernades with the ball. She has Staples on her. West Central sitting back in a 2-3 zone. They're going to feed it inside to Erin Bloffus, who drops in the layup. Beautiful drop in from Parker Yagi. And that's got to be good to see. Bloffus get a shot to go down right away. 5-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Knights come back with Fosling. Fosling has it rotate over to Staples on the left wing. Staples looking to drive, picks up her dribble and kicks it out. Gross with the ball. Hit from deep once already. She gets it over to Stuyba. Stuyba driving on Bernades. Kicks it out to the perimeter for an open triple. Off the mark and out of bounds off of the West Central area Knights. 5-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We got an early substitution. Ava Janing into the ball game. Janing was the leading scorer in the last game, and that's not rare for her. Even though it is kind of uncommon to see one of the best scorers on your team come off the bench, but She almost throws it away here, and she does throw it away. Stolen away by Foslin, and maybe got away with a little travel there, but misses the shot. Rebounded by Jonica Bernades. Bernades dribbles in and then takes it back out, and wow, lets it rip for three. Look at that focus from Jonica Bernades. Didn't have to get herself settled. She was just ready to pull the trigger. Gives her squad the lead, 8-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Also the first lead of the game for the Cowgirls. They've scored the last 6. Pick and roll action, stolen away by Aaron Blafus. Ava Janing looking to push tempo. Drives inside on Fosley and has her shot blocked and rebounded by Gross. And then thrown away, Parker Yagi with the steal. She's going to pull up for three in transition, off the mark. Yagi almost gets her own board, but West Central area tracks it down. And then they end up trying to trap her right away off the change of possession, but tipped out of bounds by Breckenridge. And now Mariah Coltis into the game. Aaron Blafus will trade off shifts in the post. The Janing girls trying to key this trap. Instead, it will be Jonica Bernades and Piper Janing. She's the top of the trap. And dribble drive from West Central area. They pick up the dribble, kick it out to Staples. Staples drives baseline, kicks it out to the perimeter. Another dribble drive out to the left wing to Foslane. Foslane kicks out to the left corner. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Yagi. Yagi gets it to Ava Janing, the 8th grader. Gets it up to Jonica Bernades on the right wing. Bernades denies the ball screen. Loses her dribble, but gets it out to Ava Janing. Janing gets it over to Piper Janing. Back to Jonica Bernades. She's already let a couple fly. We'll see if we get to see another one here, but instead she rotates to David Janing. She's ready to rock, though, and her shot is off the mark. Out of bounds. West Central area ball. Breckenridge up 8-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Scored the last 6. West Central area had recently subbed in Sydney Huntley. And now also Nora Anderson in the ball game. They'll go to Anderson. Heard good things about her. She comes off the bench as a pretty fun energy player. West Central area. Go inside to Fosley. She's a little to the right of the lane, and she knocks that one down with ease. Maya Fosley into the scoring column. 8-7 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing takes a lot of contact on that one, but no call. Sydney Roberts with the board, and then she gets tied up for a jump ball. Quiet start from Sydney Roberts thus far in the ball game. Got an 8-7 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Anna Spears is checked in the game. She'll take over Piper Janing's role of being the top of the full court press. And that forces the turnover once again. West Central area throws it away, and I got to get this super fan's name, because I remember this dude from when I was in high school. If I say the West Central area fan with the very large beard who sits in the front row, I guarantee 90% of the people that have been to their gym knows who I'm talking about. Parker Yagi with the ball. Gets it over to Sydney Roberts. Rotates to Ava Janing. Janing picks up her dribble. Over to Mariah Coltis. Parker Yagi now has it. Oh, maybe got away with a little push-off there, but lets the three rip and rebounded by Foslin. West Central area trailing 8-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gross tries going inside to Staples. Staples kicks it out to Fosley, and she's wide open for the rainbow three off the mark. And rebounded by Nora Anderson. Anderson gets it back to Fosley. Obviously trying to play through her. But a very balanced West Central area squad is what we were promised. So you can't just take away one of them. As Gross has the ball. Gross gets a ball screen. Gets it to Staples. Staples with a spin move. Goes inside and ends up fumbling it away. But Parker Yagi gets the steal. She'll get over to Mariah Coltis. Coltis feeds it up to Sydney Roberts. Don't see her running the point too often, but I'm a big fan. And they try going into Fosley, and Fosley ended up swiping a steal there, but then tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow sticks with Breckenridge. Jonica Bernades back in the ball game along with Piper Janing. Sydney Roberts, the only Cowgirl who has not come out of the game thus far. But she might be getting a break here from Erin Blofis. Well, actually, she's probably going in for Coltis. Jonica Bernades with the ball. Gets the ball screen. Decides not to pull the trigger on the three. Gets it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts getting hounded on the perimeter. Looking to get off the ball. Instead, she'll dribble over to dish it off to Ava Janing. Ava Janing drives inside. Kicks it out to Piper Janing. Unless that was a shot that just kind of went a little wild. But Jonica Bernades works around the defense for the floater at the buzzer. Jonica Bernades, she's got 5 early on, 10-7 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area actually beats the press down, but then decides not to try to get a shot up down low, and Staples will knock down a triple instead. And Breckenridge Cowgirls get over to Jonica Bernades. Bernades almost got a 3 to bank in. Not sure if she called bank or not, but either way, it did not fall. 10-10 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Inside drive from Staples, and she gives her squad the lead back. She's got the last 5. Or the last 5. I have to do my math there really quick here. 12-10 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, almost halfway through the opening half. And a very competitive start. Ava Janing lets it rip for nothing but net from the right corner. Start up the she's an 8th grader chance. 13-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Staples going on a little run by herself. She'll try to drive and kick it out. Nice open look, and off the mark, rebounded by Piper Janing. Head coach Tony Bogenreeve saying, let's get down the floor. Sydney Roberts takes it back out to the arc. Goes over to Mariah Coltis in the right corner. Coltis rotates to Bernades. And Ava Janing thought about the triple, got her defender to bite on it. Instead, we got a dribble kick out to Jonica Bernades. Bernades, with a nice little step through and the floater, and off the mark, but she did get the foul. Just as good of a basketball IQ as you'll see from a player in the area. 13-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Two fouls on West Central area, and none so far for the Cowgirls. Very physical start to the ball game. And if you've seen the Cowgirls play style, they're kind of going to benefit from a physical style of play when it comes to just kind of getting into whoever has the ball in the full court press. But I'm sure West Central area would probably say they would like to play a physical game too, so it's going to be a fun battle all throughout, I'm sure. As a 2-for-2 trip for Bernades puts her squad up 15-12. They scored the last 5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Fosling gets the ball with a very nice drop off to Staples for 2. Addison Staples has half of her team's 14 points. Jonica Bernades operating on the left wing. Bernades to Roberts. Bernades thought about the triple. Instead, she'll drive inside, frees herself up for a wild left-handed layup. A little bit of contact there, no call. That's just kind of how this game has gone. Very physical affair, only 2 fouls so far. And corner 3 is up and good for Fosling. Maya Fosling knocks down the triple to put her squad back up. So many lead changes already. 17-15 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts skips it over to Jonica Bernades. Bernades over to Piper Janing, who lets a 3 fly and off the mark. Rebounded by Addison Staples. Staples gets it up to Fosling. She'll drive baseline. And, almost gets the N1, but instead she'll have to settle for a pair of free throws. Maya Fosling, 5 points so far. Her and Addison Staples are quite the 1-2 punch right now. $7:28 left to go in this opening half in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Maya Fosling off the back iron for her first free throw. Ava Janing and Anna Spear into the ball game. They will spell Piper Janing and Sydney Roberts. Kind of lose a little bit of that perimeter defense there with two of the really good ones with Piper Janing and Sydney Roberts, but that's the nice thing about having a lot of good perimeter defenders. We talked about it all year. Someone else can take on the mantle. And an offensive rebound off the pair of missed free throws. And that leads to an open look down low for two for Sydney Huntley. So they missed 2 free throws, but they still got 2 points on the possession. 19-15 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernardes over to Anna Spear on the left wing. Way downtown for Bernardes, off the mark. And rebounded by the Knights. Macy Gross pulls down the board. Gross over to the right corner to Foslin. Foslin, dribble kick out. And a very nice back cut by Fagry, but Breckenridge ended up collapsing on it. She kicks it out, and a very nice drop off for two. And laying that in for two is Huntley once again. We got a timeout taken by the Cowgirls. They trail 21-15 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. In 30 seconds, this timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back. 21-15 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area on a 9-0 run. After that Highcamp Construction timeout, we got 6:38 left to go in this opening half. In the section semifinal round, Parker Yeage's three is off the mark, rebounded by Jonica Bernardes. Then Ava Janing comes away with it. Janing puts up a wild runner, but off the mark. Bluff trying to track down the board, and it is going to be out of bounds off of West Central area. So, Ava Janing inbounds it into Parker Yeage in the left corner. Yeage, ill-advised pass across to Anna Spear and stolen away. Izzy Pekalski getting into the pass lane for the steal. Breckenridge going inside. And the shot is, they're actually going to say it was a travel before the shot could get up. So Parker Yeage will inbound to Jonica Bernardes. Their squad trailing by 6 with 6:05 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernardes with Foslin guarding. It's to Parker Yeage, who was looking for Anna Spear on the back cut. Spear kicks out to Aaron Blofes, who rotates over to Ava Janing. Hands and feet ready to shoot, but way off the mark on that one. Breckenridge had a promising start at the three-point line, but it's gone a little cold here. Dribble kick out to the right corner to Huntley. And Ava Janing ties it up for a jump ball. Played that well. Thought she was actually going to get a steal out of it, but nice job by Macy Gross to stick with it. Piper Janing will spell Anna Spear. We got 4 of the 5 starters on the floor. Sydney Roberts is not in the game. Ava Janing in for her. They're going to go inside to Staples. Staples hands it off to Gross. Gross dribbles out to the perimeter. She's got 16 seconds to work with on the shot clock, so not too worried about that. Foslin, Aaron Bloff is guarding. She's looking to attack. Kicks out to the right corner. And right-handed layup is up off the mark. Rebounded by Ava Janing. Ava Janing getting the Cowgirls out in transition. Tries going inside to Parker Yeage, who loses her dribble, but they're going to call a foul on the floor. So Piper Janing will inbound to the right of the hoop underneath it. Aaron Blofes right in front of her to set up the out-of-bounds play. She's on a block with Parker Yeage on the opposite one. Ava Janing running from the free throw line. They're looking to potentially get a post up there, actually. Now they get it over to Piper Janing. Not sure what they were trying to draw up there. Ava Janing looking to attack and has her pocket pick, but is able to track it down. Gets over to Parker Yagi, who will attack inside for the left-handed layup, and she gets it to drop. Parker Yagi trying to spark her squad to stop the 9-0 run. 21-17 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gross pulls up for a midi. Off the mark, rebounded by Yagi. Parker Yagi launches it down the court to Jonica Bernardes, who mosses the defender, gets another defender to jump, and then draws a foul. Parker Yagi learned a trick or two from her brother, who played quarterback for the Cowboys, Cooper Yagi. Everybody remembers him more of a linebacker now, but believe it or not, used to be a QB, you got to tell him, before he was a man-child linebacker. Jonica Bernardes lets the first one rip, and off the back iron. She was 2 for 2 on her first trip. Going to add to her 7 points, which is tied for the team lead, along with Addison Staples and Maya Foslin. Next free throw is up and good. So 1 for 2 trip. 21-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trailing with 4:42 left this opening half, and Parker Yagi forces the turnover in the full court, and that is the last thing you want if you're West Central area. Yagi making the heads-up play to get a deflection and have it go off the night player. Now they're going to inbound it to her. Maybe a little reward for forcing the turnover. Gets over to Piper Janing instead. Now Ava Janing has it on the left wing with Foslin guarding. We'll see how intimidated the 8th grader is. She kicks it out to Sydney Roberts. Roberts thought about the three. I don't even know if we've seen her shoot a shot yet. Ava Janing looks to get downhill with the left-handed shot, and rebounded by Staples. Staples ends up dropping it off to Gross. Foslin catches it on the perimeter, drives inside. Staples can't leave her open. She'll drive inside, kick it out to Gross. Can't leave her open either. That is why Macy Gross buries the triple. 24-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts has the ball on the left wing, ends up losing her dribble. Piper Janing able to corral it. They're looking for Parker Yagi inside. Yagi catches it with the right hand, and took a lot of contact on that one. No call. And then there is a foul call right after in the full court. Breckenridge fans saying, where's the foul on the layup? But with how physical this game is, I probably wouldn't be looking for any calls anywhere. Even if I got punched in the face in a game like today, I'd probably be like, all right, I got to learn how to take this one in stride. 24-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Is Yagi going to force another turnover? And head coach Becca Holland I thought she was taking a timeout, but they're going to say it was out of bounds off of the Cowgirls, so now they'll inbound in front of the bench. They get it into Staples. Addison Staples feeds it up. Press breaker. Worked pretty well. Foslin gets the ball off a dribble handoff, pulls up in traffic. 3 defenders around her, and she is not phased. Maya Foslin with 9 points here early on. Breckenridge trailing 26-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernardes rotates over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts drives into the elbow area and is fouled on her way to the high post. It is a foul on Nora Anderson. We'll bring Izzy Pekalski in for her. I think that's the 3rd foul on Nora Anderson, actually. That's kind of the risky run with her, is she kind of adds chaos into the equation with her play style. So 3 fouls, maybe part of her MO. Sydney Roberts now has the ball. Backing down her defender. Oh, very nice pump fake to free herself up for 2. Sydney Roberts into the scoring column. 26-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area up with 2:50 left to go in this opening half. They go inside to Gross. Gross thought about it. Looks to get a ball screen from Staples. And then we'll take it hard against Mariah Coltis. Maybe ill-advised, but Staples able to haul in the rebound. And after the block shot, Parker Yagi comes away with the rebound. Nice block there from Coltis. I believe that's her first of the game. Sydney Roberts lets it rip from the left corner off the mark. Roberts, who had a career game in the section semis last year, even though the Cowgirls fell short, but this is a gym that she can get red hot in, and this shot is off the mark from Fosline, rebounded by Coltis. Piper Janing pushing transition and goes to the Euro step, but off the mark. Coltis able to get a hand on it. Oh, they're going to say off of West Central area. I got a different angle, so might look a little different from up here, but it all evens out, right? 26-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernadez inbounds to Piper Janing. Gets it back to Bernadez. Drives and ends up sending the defender flying. And West Central area was actually looking for an offensive foul there, but not meant to be. Got to make sure those feet are set. So 2 free throws coming for Bernadez. He's already shot 4 on the day. 26-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area in the lead. Bernadez buries the front end. Starting off 4 for 5 at the stripe. She's got 9 points. Next free throw is up from Bernadez, and good. Cuts the lead to 4, 26-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing trying to suffocate Gross. It's fed up to the left wing to Staples. Addison Staples kicks out to the right wing. Madison Fagry swings it over to Gross, and Gross with her 3rd triple of the half. Making them pay for leaving her open. That's where she's got all 9 of her points. 29-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing trying to answer with a 3 of her own, and she does. Piper Janing. Talk about a gamer coming back. 29-25 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Fosline with another 3, and another net. Let's see if the Cowgirls are going to try to answer again. 32-25 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing feeds it into Mariah Coltis, who lets a mid-range jumper fly for 2. These squads are just trading buckets. 32-27 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area has got an open look for Fosline for 3, and she's going to miss this one. Piper Janing tracks it down. I think this place would have exploded on the West Central area side if that one were to drop. Piper Janing is looking to get a ball screen from Coltis. Gets it over to Bernadez instead. 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. 27 seconds left in the half. Bernadez taking her sweet time. Doesn't want to leave the Knights too much time. Bernadez. It's over to Parker Yagi. Yagi kicks out to Ava Janing. Hands via ready to shoot, and off the back iron. And rebounded by Fosline. She's got 10 seconds to work with. And Fosline is going to get fouled in the full court by Yagi, but Breckenridge had some fouls to give. It's not the end of the world. That's actually only the 3rd team foul on Breckenridge. Aaron Blofus will check in for Mariah Coltis. .6 seconds left on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Fosline gotta have a little more urgency here. Piper Janing riding her up the court. She's gonna let it rip from deep and off the mark. 32-27 is your score at the half. Breckenridge trails West Central area. We'll be back with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. You are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. $30 in rebates on the purchase of 3 AC Delco wiper blades. $20 in rebates on the purchase and installation of select AC Delco Gold batteries. And $15 in rebates on the purchase and installation of 1 AC Delco cabin air filter and 1 engine air filter. Gear up for winter with these exclusive offers. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
You know, there's a lot of talk about assisted living facilities in the area, but at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge, the story really is different. Let me tell you about it. The story at Twin Town Villa is caring eyes looking after the people you love. It's a collection of ears listening to what their residents need. It's the gentle, compassionate action that takes care of those needs. It's real connection that assures you that your family members are never alone. That's just part of the story. Take a tour and see for yourself. Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721. Krause Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wapaton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Krause Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Krause Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Bluffus, and what a fun half of Section 6A basketball. 32-27, West Central Area Knights lead at the half. They believe their biggest lead in this game was, I think they led by 8 at one point. So the most Breckenridge has trailed by came at 26-18 was the score. And a lot of lead changes so far. We'll run through the scoring for you. The State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. We'll start off West Central area. Once again, very unofficial stats. You guys know how we roll around here. 12 points for Maya Fosling. Buried a pair of triples. I got her for a pair of rebounds as well. 9 points for Macy Gross, all from three-point land. 2 rebounds for her. And then Addison Staples. I got her for 7 points, but the big screen scoreboard that they have here only has her for 5. So I'm going to double check with my colleagues up here and see what they got her down for. But 4 rebounds for Addison Staples as well by my count. And then 4 points off the bench from Sydney Huntley, the only bench points they've gotten on the night. They've gotten 4, and Breckenridge has gotten 5. I'll tell you how they got those after we start off with Jonica Bernardes, who has 10 points. She's only got 2 field goals, but has buried 5 free throws. Has hit from deep once and a 2-pointer as well, as Breckenridge hit from deep 3 times in the opening half to West Central Area's 6. So that's been a big factor here in the opening half. And Parker Yagi with 4 points, 4 rebounds as well, and 2 steals by my count. Piper Janing with 4 points and 3 rebounds. 3 points from Ava Janing off the bench, 2 from Sydney Roberts, and 2 from Aaron Blobbs as well, and also another 2 from Mariah Coltis. So the Breckenridge bench coming through for 5 points, with West Central Area's bench scoring 4. So Both teams only go with eight-man rotations, so can't expect a ton of bench production sometimes like that. But when Ava Janing's coming off to give a scoring punch off the bench, and then they got to get on a Spear going from deep as well. I don't even know if we saw Spear get a shot off when she came in. They kind of brought her in to try to continue to hold it down defensively, but we'll see if they try to get her some open looks from deep this time around. But wanted to also let you guys know the score at the half. Underwood leads Hillcrest Lutheran Academy 37-21. Hillcrest actually the top seed in the North, trailing by 16 at the half. So 37-21 over in the South subsection title game over at Perham High School today over at the Hive. And 32-27 once again your score here at the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. We'll take a quick break, come back, and maybe we'll revisit those keys to the game that we had brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton, and maybe we'll have some different ones too for the second half. You are listening to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Once again, West Central area leads Breckenridge 32-27 at the half of your section semifinal battle.
It's the place where good friends gather. It's a place that's all about friendly service, good food, and occasionally really good music, too. Welcome to the Black Pelican in Wyndmere. The Black Pelican is that comfortable place where you can enjoy your favorite beverage. Take home some off sale and make some great memories. Relax and just have some fun. So stop in and take a break from the day. Make some great memories. That's what the Black Pelican is all about. The Black Pelican, where all your friends go in Wyndmere, North Dakota. A remodel, addition, or new construction resembles a puzzle. You look at the edges, the colors, and what you envision as a finished work of art. Showplace Cabinetry, available at Dakota Cabinetry, can help you worry about one less piece of the puzzle. Do you have a picture in mind? Dakota Cabinetry can make your next project complete by offering countertops, custom tile backsplashes, custom tile showers, and flooring too. Stop by our showroom located at 898 8th Avenue South in Wapaton, or call 642-2100 to check out Showplace Cabinetry.
Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing is proud to serve all sugar beet growers in the valley and surrounding areas. Thank you for letting Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing take care of all your beet equipment repairs and reconditioning. Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing offers on-site farm service on all make and models of beet equipment. Thank you for trusting us to take care of your beet equipment repairs. Call 642-1181 to set up an appointment. Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing in Dwight, North Dakota.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turnable office as the Cowgirls trail 32-27, but if I remember correctly, they trailed by 10 at halftime in their first battle with West Central area, so not a situation they're unfamiliar with, but still not ideal to be down at half when you're trying to keep your season alive, of course. And our keys to the game were to, force some trouble in the full court, and I think they've done a good job of that. Hasn't been dominant, but you know what? It's kept them in this ball game, so I can't really nitpick too much. But one thing I am going to say, if there's going to be a key to the second half, no open looks on the perimeter if possible. You got to really just get out on those shooters as much as you can. I know it's a big ask. It's tough. They got a lot of shooters on this roster, but if they're going to be successful in this one, they're going to have to contest on as many threes as they can here to put themselves into a good position, because if they're going to give up another 6 3-pointer half to the Knights, then it's not going to be ideal for the Cowgirls. But we'll take a final break here on the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Come back through second half, even though actually we might end up hanging out here because Breckenridge are telling the officials they're ready for the half, so I better just stay here, just be careful. But that'll do it for our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Breckenridge will start with the ball. We got their same starters of Yegi, Bernades, Piper Janing, Sydney Roberts, and Aaron Blofus. And then looks like West Central area will be rolling out the same starters as well. Addison Stables, Jaden Stuyba, Macy Gross, Madison Fagry, and Maya Foslin as well. Parker Yegi will be inbounding it to start off the second half. Guarding the inbound is Jaden Stuyba. Tasked with trying to slow down Yegi. I don't envy her. Jonica Bernades catches the inbound pass. Gets it to Aaron Blofus at the right wing. Blofus goes inside to Yagi, but stolen away by Gross. Macy Gross out and running for her squad. Drops it off to Steiba. Steiba looking for her first points of the game. Kicks out to Fagry, who gets a ball screen. And gets it tied up by Jonica Bernades. Jump ball, so possession arrow sticks with West Central area. Bernades just, there's one thing that she's taken probably the biggest jump on. Her strength is on another level this year. And Foslin gets it into Staples, who lets it rip from just inside the arc for 2. 34-27 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janning has the ball. Rotate around to Sydney Roberts, who gets it to Jonica Bernades on the left wing. Piper Janning, her squad trailing by 7. Still plenty of time left here as we just started the second half. 17 minutes left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nice attack from Piper Janning, and the floater is good. Piper Janning with half a dozen on the night. 5-point game. And Foslin trying to save it from going out of bounds, and she does. Gets rotated over to Staples. Staples to Foslin. Foslin attacking off the bounce. Rotated over to Steiba, and then Staples fires another deep one, but off the mark. Steiba tracks down the offensive rebound. And now Foslin fires a 3, another net. Maya Foslin with 15 points. That's also her third triple. 37-29 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi attacking baseline, kicks out to Aaron Blofus at the high post area, and she ends up throwing it away. And Fagry with the layup in transition off the mark, and Blofus had it tied up for a jump ball for a second, but ended up getting tracked down by West Central area, and a very nice drop-off. Ends up getting kicked out to the perimeter to Staples. Rotate over to Foslin. Foslin attacking on the drive, and instead she'll get to Gross. Gross, we kick out to Steiba. Steiba looking for her first bucket of the night. Misses the layup, out of bounds. They're going to say off of West Central area. So Mariah Coltis will give Aaron Blofus a breather. After a little tough stretch from Aaron Blofus. 37-29 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades gets it to Mariah Coltis, kicks it back out to Bernades, who lines up a triple and rattles it in. Jonica Bernades up to 13 points, trying to spark her squad. Cuts the lead to 5. And Cowgirls maybe letting up on the press just a little bit. Foslin lets another one rip wide open off the mark. And out of bounds. Cowgirls catch a break there. You do not want to leave her open. And West Central area had matched their largest lead at 8, but now a 5-point game. Sydney Roberts with the ball. Dribbles up the right sideline. Waiting on a ball screen from Coltis. Gets it. Roberts over to Piper Janning in the left corner. Janning splits a pair of defenders, goes up for the layup. Oh, bit of a late whistle, but 2 free throws coming for Piper Janning. Sometimes I try to get into the head of an official, and sometimes I like to think, if that drops in, I'm probably not calling a foul here. Oh, rimmed out. Well, got to give him something here. Wasn't worthy of an N1, but 2 free throws will be sufficient. That's fair. That's why I can't officiate. So I'd be like the guy I'd be the makeup call machine. 37-33 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janning makes it a 2-for-2 trip. She's 3 for 4 at the stripe today. And more importantly, has made it a 3-point game. And Foslin almost throws it away. A bit of contact on that one. The Knights not thrilled with the no call. Foslin kicks out to the left corner to Steiba. Jaden Steiba back to Foslin. Foslin gets a ball screen. Dishes it off to Gross, who has hit from deep 3 times in the game. They try going inside to Staples, and Parker Yagi bats it out of bounds. Inbounding under the basket will be Macy Gross. Her squad up 37-34 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Faggery trying to double that lead, but off the mark. Parker Yagi with the tough rebound. Rye Coltis feeds it up to Piper Janing. Janing, dribble kick out to Jonica Bernades from the left corner. Bernades off the mark. And Piper Janing, they're going to get you for that every time. Over the back foul. With 14-12 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Both teams with one team foul apiece. Breckenridge still keeping the press on. Jonica Bernades and Ava Janning teaming up to try to force a trap. West Central area handles it well. Steiba, very nice drop off to Foslin, but Mariah Coltis with the recovery. She got potentially got the block and the rebound there. Jonica Bernades goes to the cup in transition. They're going to go offensive foul. West Central area fired up. They said they've been looking for that. You can tell by the reaction from the fans, too. But only the first foul on Bernades. I think the only player in foul trouble right now is there's 3 fouls for Steiba and then 3 fouls for Nora Anderson as well. Was just checked into the ball game, mind you. 37-34 West Central area lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Faggery feeds it down the court, batted out of bounds by Parker Yagi, who is in her defensive back era, just batting every pass in sight. 13:34 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area and Breckenridge in a gritty Section 6A clash. Nora Anderson back into the action after having to exit the first half with foul trouble. And nice attack from Foslin. Back out to the perimeter to Nora Anderson. Foslin lets it rip from 3 and knocks it down. Maya Foslin has now hit from downtown on 4 occasions for her game high 18 points. Jonica Bernades hits that behind the back dribble, trying to come back and answer, but Ava Janning now has it, kicks it out to Bernades. Anna Spear just checked into the ball game, mishandled the pass that was thrown to her. Rotated to Ava Janning. Janning thought about it, and she said, yeah, why not? Throws it up. Parker Yagi tries getting the rebound, but tracked down by Steibel. And West Central area is able to get out of the trap. Knights up by 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And, it's going to be a foul. So 2 free throws coming for Nora Anderson. Cowgirls had this lead cut down to 3. In a bit of a defensive battle. And first free throw is good from Nora Anderson. Aaron Blofus checks in for Mariah Coltis. And Sydney Roberts just checked back in for Anna Spear. West Central area trying to match their biggest lead of the game with a free throw here. And off the mark, rebounded by Bernades. I got Bernades for 4 rebounds thus far. Sydney Roberts drives into the teeth of the defense, kicks it out. Jonica Bernades tries taking it inside and is hacked. So she'll get a pair of free throws. I love the aggressiveness from Bernades after getting the offensive foul on the last go around, but she said, I'm sticking with it. Going right back to it. They're not going to call me on 2 of these, right? 7-point lead for the Knights on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades buries the first. Cuts the lead to half a dozen. 12:23 left to go still in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades makes it a 2-for-2 trip, nothing but net. 5-point ball game. So Ava Janing gets a breather. Parker Yagi back into the ball game. So Breckenridge has all 5 starters on the floor. Nora Anderson will bring it up. Bernadez at the top of the press this time around and tipped out of bounds by Yagi. Did I mention she's getting a hand on every pass, it seems like. I'm excited to see what Huddle has her down for deflections. I'm glad they keep track of that. Still no word if they keep track of screen assists. Apparently I'm the only one who wants that. Inbounded cleanly. Parker Yagi trying to swipe a steal, but it's handed off to Gross, and West Central Area has done a very good job taking care of the ball here to start off the second half. Nora Anderson lines up a 3, off the mark, rebounded by Yagi. Parker Yagi walks it up, surveying, drops into Sydney Roberts in the right corner. She's going to pull the trigger on a 3. Ends up sailing that one, rebounded by Staples. Gross has the ball. Gross, pull up, and didn't even jump on that one, just kind of let the wrist flip, and Aaron Blothus pulls down the rebound and gets fouled right away. I think we already have more fouls here in the second half than we did in the whole first half, it seems like. 3rd team foul on the Knights. Both teams have 3 team fouls. 41-36 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernadez letting her squad know where they need to be. Feeds it to Parker Yagi in the left elbow. Drops it out to Jonica Bernadez on the perimeter. Rotate around to Sydney Roberts. Roberts has it in front of her squad's bench. Drives baseline. Nobody there to stop her. And she's going to capitalize with 2. Timeout taken right after by the Cowgirls. We got a 3-point game. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. You are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM. Breck trails 41-38 when we get back.
When you need care, you want to know it's close to where you live, work, and play. That's why at Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you with the care you need, when you need it, right here where you call home. Dr. Dylan Torgerson is a family medicine physician that offers care for the entire family in Wapton. And it's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson, at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
And welcome back after that Heitkamp Construction timeout. We got a 41-38 ball game. Cowgirls trailing the West Central Area Knights for a trip to the section title game. Nora Anderson with the ball. Drops it off to Gross. Gross drives inside the arc. It's over to Nora Anderson, who navigates the defense, goes around to the left, and her floater's off the mark, but Sydney Roberts fouled on the shot. I was going to say, I think we heard that hack on the wrist from up here. As 41-38 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Free throw is up and off the mark. So trying to make it a 1-for-2 trip. Ends up being an 0-for-2 trip. Rebounded by Ava Janing. Parker Yagi gets downhill. Her shot is blocked. Rebounded by Staples. Nice defensive sequence there. And Ava Janing with a nice little defensive play of her own. Swipes the steal. Drops it over to Parker Yagi. Parker Yagi trying to get the defender to jump. No luck. And then gets tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow is with Breckenridge, I believe. And it is. So inbounding to the right of the bucket. And underneath we have Piper Janing looking to free up Bernadez on the perimeter. They'll go out to Sydney Roberts instead. Roberts near the top of the key. Decide not to use the ball screen. Dishes it off to Jonica Bernadez. Bernadez surveying, and now we'll look to attack. Backs down her defender. Has a little bit of a size advantage. Kicks out to Parker Yagi. Yagi attacks. She does the same thing. Kicks out to Jonica Bernadez. Off the mark. Rebounded by Piper Janing. Little shot fake, and then what a step through. 2 points for Piper Janing on the putback. She's got 6 points here in the second half and 10 on the night. Foslin, her squad up by 1. Kicks it out to Staples, who misses from the perimeter. Rebounded by Fagry. Madison Fagry with the ball. It's it over to Nora Anderson. Anderson, guarded by Bernades, gets it to Staples. Staples are wide open. Gross down low for two. Heads up play to find the open player. Macy Gross's first two-pointer of the night after the lead was cut to 1. 43-40 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janning with a very nice drop off to Parker Yeager for two. I don't know how she threaded the needle on that one. Cuts the lead back down to 1. Parker Yeager's first bucket here in the second half, and then Breckenridge almost forces a steal. Gets over to Staples for a wide open triple. Off the mark, rebounded by Bernades. Bernades looking to give her squad the lead in transition with a layup. Off the mark, and then we got a foul on the putback attempt from Ava Janning. And the funny thing is, the first one actually looked kind of more like a foul than the second one did, but you know, same result either way. Ava Janning has a chance to give her squad the lead at the stripe. 9:15 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janning has the first one rattle out. Now has a chance to tie it up. Next free throw from Janning. Nothing but net. Ava Janning ties it at 43 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 9:12 left to go. It's been a fantastic section battle. Kicked out to the left corner. Dribble kick out. Stybla lets it rip from three. Off the mark. And tracked down by Foslin. Foslin looking to go to work. Drops it off to Fagry. And now we got a foul on Jonica Bernades. 43 all on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades picks up her second foul. She's got 15 points to go along with that. She leads the Cowgirls. Leading the way in the game is Maya Fosley with 18. Nora Anderson drops it off to an open teammate off the mark from Stuyba. But another second chance opportunity. Wide open triple for Gross is up and good! Macy Gross with her fourth triple gives her squad the lead right back. 46-43 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades directing traffic, fires it over to the left wing to Piper Janning. Back out to Bernades, thought about the open three. Instead goes over to Sydney Roberts on the right wing. Roberts maybe looking to attack off the bounce. Instead she'll kick it over to Piper Janning in the left corner. Janning to Ava Janning on the right wing. She'll look to drive. And we got an injured player on the floor, Erin Blofis, with the offensive rebound. Now she'll let a two-point shot rip off the mark. Sydney Roberts does her best to track it down, and West Central area is going to come up with a loose ball. Just absolute chaos on that sequence. I got to see which player was banged up on the play. I think it was Gross, but she ended up getting back up and back in the play. Might have caught a rogue elbow there in the lane. That'll happen. 46-43 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And into the game for her first action of the night. Better double check the roster here. We got Brooklyn Strobel. And right away they're going to toss her into the action. Strobel, Ava Janning guarding. Going to get off the ball, but Jonica Bernades looking for a 5 call. Stuyba, oh, big push off there, and there we go. We got to travel instead. My apologies, you guys ended up missing that on the camera. I tend to watch the game above this screen, so if I overran it a little bit there, my apologies. But it looked like it was going to be an offensive foul there as Parker Yeager was getting a forearm shiver like Lawrence Taylor just gave it to her, but instead they're going to call a travel. So same result essentially, other than no foul call. Ava Janning picks up her dribble. It's out to Jonica Bernades, 2 feet behind the three-point line. She's going to pull the trigger on it and leave it short. Sydney Roberts tried tracking it down, but out of bounds. 46-43, Breckenridge trails on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 7:19 left to go. Been a very tight game throughout. Biggest lead has been 8 points. And Sydney Roberts just coming to help out Anna Spear on the trap, but they were able to rotate over. Ooh, Bernadez thought she had a clean poke, but instead she's going to get the foul call. Foul number 3 on the junior sharpshooter. And the 6th-team foul on the Cowgirls, so 1 away from the penalty. We still got 7:08 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area has 4 team fouls of their own. They get an inbound to Strobel. Strobel looking to drive with a floater. Has her shot blocked by Piper Janning. Strobel, a senior on this squad. Listed at 5'5". Coming in to... Oh, I was going to say, what are we doing here? I thought that was out of bounds off Piper Janning, but Parker Yeager, I don't know if she was trying to be sneaky and respect if that was her play, but West Central area remains in possession. They get it inbounded, swung over to Steiba on the right wing. She's looking to drive on Sydney Roberts, picks up her dribble, kicks it out to the perimeter. Strobel rotates over to Nora Anderson. Anderson finds Fagry, and then it gets swung around to Fosling, and she does not miss many layups like that, I'm sure. Off the mark, and then a foul is called on the putback attempt. Sydney Roberts will get tagged with this one as Jaden Steiba goes to the line looking for her first points of the evening. On the floor for Breckenridge. I'll update you when we get the substitution. It looks like Bernadez is coming back into the ball game. Steiba's first free throw is good. Been a bit of a scoring drought. It was tied up at 43, and the Knights have scored the last 4. Steiba looking for her second point of the night. Free throw is up and gets a generous bounce. 2 for 2. Puts her squad up by 5. Jonica Bernadez not fazed by the press. Brings the ball up. Goes right by another defender with the easy floater for 2. Jonica Bernadez cuts the lead back down to 3. West Central area with the lead with 6:20 left to go. Fagry was open on the perimeter. She'll look to drive instead. Anna Spear will get tagged with the foul. Spear a little flustered by the call, but got to give him room to operate there without any contact. First free throw is up from Fagry and banks in. She had could see her gasp afterwards. She said, I don't know how that ended up going in, but and next free throw is up and off the mark. So 1 for 2 trip. And Piper Janning trying to answer, and now it's just kind of turning into a free throw fest all of a sudden. 49-45 lead for West Central area. Piper Janning heading back to the stripe. Looking to put her team's destiny in her own hands. First free throw is up and off the mark. She's got 10 points on the evening so far. Next free throw could cut the lead to 3 as Maya Fosling is back in the ball game. She's got 18 points, 12 of them coming off three-pointers. 6:09 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And a rare 0 for 2 trip from Piper Janning. And out of bounds. So West Central area ball. We got a timeout taken, though. The timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction once again. Your score with 6:09 left to go. West Central area 49, Breckenridge 45. You are listening to Section 6A basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Superior Builders proudly supports tonight's high school sporting contest. Brian Bernatus and the team at Superior Builders have been the post frame building experts for over 20 years. Get the ball rolling on your dream building today by visiting superiorbuildersnd.com and check out the team's unmatched craftsmanship. Superior Builders also sponsors Plays of the Week, supporting high school athletes on the KBMWnews.com Facebook. Superior Builders proudly supports all the superior athletes in our community.
Are you looking to replace existing countertops or new build projects? Prairie Stone Countertops provides premium stone at a competitive rate. Prairie Stone will price match quotes for 20% or more savings. With over 400 stone slabs in stock to view, we provide a large variety of inventory on hand. Prairie Stone Countertops is a trusted partner for all of your countertop projects and installation. We'd like to extend thanks to all of our satisfied customers from all of us at Prairie Stone Countertops.
To find out more information or to view their gallery, visit them on the web at prairie-stone.com or give them a call today at 605-637-5582.
After that high camp construction timeout, we are back. 49-45. Breckenridge trails on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Battling for a trip to the section title game. 6:04 left to go. West Central area. Rotates over to the left wing and now swung to the left corner. Macy Gross. She's got 14 points. Nice little pick and roll action with Faggery. It leads to a 2-point bucket. Now a 6-point lead for West Central area, 51-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi, skip pass over to Anna Spears. She's going to let it rip from the left wing and leaves it short, off the mark, and tracked down by Parker Yagi. After about 3 other players got a hand on it, Jonica Bernades thought about the triple, decides not to pull the trigger, and gets downhill instead for 2 free throws. Jonica Bernades, these will be free throws number 9 and 10. So far, she's only missed once. We got a 51-46 score after that bucket, or after that free throw. Bernades now up to 18 points. And after that free throw now is the game leader with 19. Fosleen leading the way for West Central area with 18. 4-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts looking to hunker down, takes a ball screen. Pick and roll action to Steiba. Reverse layup is good. Jaden Steiba, not a bad time to get your first field goal of the night. Back to a 6-point lead. And stolen away. And kind of got tied up for a jump ball, but they just let it hang out there for a bit, and ball got thrown away, but West Central area ends up tying it up for a jump ball. Staples and Parker Yagi got into a bit of an elbow match there. Yagi almost caught a haymaker and instead tied it up for a jump ball. 6-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And with the ball is Yagi. Rotates over to Ava Janning. Yagi will line up a triple off the mark. Bernades tries following it, but West Central area comes away with it. Feeding up in transition to Steiba. Steiba, she's got 3 defenders around her. Kicked out to the perimeter. Rotated over to the right corner for 3. Off the mark. Piper Janning with the board. Piper Janning looking to get to the cup. Right-handed layup is good. Soaring through traffic. Piper Janning cuts lead to 4. Steiba looking to answer. Kicks it out to Fosleen. Fosleen drives inside off the mark. And they're going to say last touch by the Cowgirls. I think Piper Janning was the last one to get a hand on that one. And we got a 4-point game, 53-49 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Timeout taken. 4:08 left to go. You are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Mindak Farmers Cooperative is proud to be serving the Red River Valley since 1974. The staff in Mindak Farmers Cooperative would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the agribusiness community. From the fields to the parts stores to the factory, everyone works together to sweeten the local economy, pumping millions into the strength of our schools, communities, and businesses. Thanks to all for helping support the local farmer and our communities. Pure sugar by nature. Mindak Farmers Cooperative in Wahpeton.
And welcome back after that Highcamp construction timeout. We got a 53-49 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area in the lead as these teams battle for a trip to the Section 6A title game. Two top teams in the South subsection. Let's see what we got in store for the last 4:08. Fosling drives inside, almost gets it tied up, and instead she frees herself up for the right-handed layup. Maya Fosling gets her squad's lead back up to 6. 55-49 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing with a tough attempt on the left side, but off the mark, rebounded by Staples. Get it back to Staples to bring it up. She'll fire it up to the left corner. Fosling with the ball. Fosling gets it back in the left corner. Back to Fagry. Gross now has it. He's had a very solid outing. Fosling way too open on the right wing, and she banks it in! Maya Fosling was shocked. And we got a timeout taken by head coach Tony Bogenreef. Cowgirls all of a sudden trailing by 9 with 3:21 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the I3G Sports Network.
They say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. At OK Tire, we're here to keep you going. From Firestone tires and replacements to retreads and even Firestone tracks, we have you covered. Our certified Firestone experts are ready to get you back up and running, no matter if you're on site or in the field, saving you time and money. OK Tire, we keep the tough going.
Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career, Comdell Innovation is here. Comdell is looking to hire machinists and tool fabrication technicians. Head to ComdellInnovation.com and click Job Opportunities to apply. That's Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, wishing the best of luck to students and coaches in tonight's game.
We got a 58-49 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trailing. They only got 3:21 left to cut into this. They're going to have to start getting that offensive production right now. Ava Janing dribbles up the right sideline, kicks it out to Parker Yagi. Yagi looks to attack, kicks it out. Ava Janing wide open for three. Got it! Ava Janing with the corner three off of the kick out from Yagi. 58-52 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. West Central area gets it over to Gross. Gross still has it. It's over to Fosling. Fosling with a game-high 23 points. Putting her team on her back here. Gross now has it. Gross feeds it inside to Stuyba. And a little bit of an advantage there, but she ends up blowing the layup. Rebounded by Piper Janing. Janing kicks out to Parker Yagi, who lets it rip from three. Off the mark, Ava Janing tracks it down, and was so close to saving it over by the sideline, but stepped out of bounds. 58-52 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing cut it down to half a dozen with her triple. Now Piper Janing is trying to deny the inbound. Maya Fosling, they deny her. Fagry gets it. She fires it over to Staples, who had an open look at the hoop and ended up throwing it right into her own student section. She thought she had a wingman running with her, but the three-man weave was not in progress. So we got a 58-52 score. 2:22 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonik Bernadez hollers out the play. Bernadez Gets it into the high post, Piper Janing. Janing looking to go to work, drives inside, right-handed layup, and one! Piper Janing with the right-handed finish and the contact, and a chance to cut this to a one-possession game. Cowgirls were trailing by 9, 1:12 ago. Could cut it down to 3 with this free throw. Piper Janing off the mark. That's her third straight miss at the line. They're going to say out of bounds off of Yagi. There are a pair of West Central players there as well, but probably the right call. Inbounding it is going to be Steiba. Steiba. Converted open teammate, gets into Staples, and Staples gets pushed over by Yagi. And Parker Yagi, under the impression that wasn't too much of a push, but foul is called regardless. They're looking for some good news. It is 1-1 and not double bonus. So we'll see if any damage is going to be done. Addison Staples has at least one free throw coming. 2:07 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and she misses it. Jonica Bernardes with the rebound. She now has the ball. We're by the right sideline. Her squad down by 4 with 2 minutes left. Piper Janing thought about the 3 in the left corner. She'll look to go to work. Kicks out to Jonica Bernardes, wide open from the top of the key. Off the mark, but Parker Yagi with the rebound, and she is fouled. So Yagi will head to the line. Parker Yagi, I got her for 8 rebounds here. Quiet night scoring-wise, as she's only got 6 points. Could really help her squad out here at the line, though. Could cut the lead in half, 58-54 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge was down by 9 with 3:21 left. Ava Janing hit a 3. Piper Janing came back with a layup. Didn't knock down the free throw, but on the ensuing West Central area possession, they missed the 1-and-1 free throw try, and now Parker Yagi is going to try to get actually just 1-and-1, so only 1 free throw coming, and now she gets a second one. My apologies for that. I thought they were saying it was a shooting foul, or that it was double bonus. I don't know why I was so confident it was 2 free throws, but maybe because I was just so sure the first one was dropping. Parker Yagi, her first trip to the line, trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. And off the mark on this one, but rebounded by Staples. Fosline with the ball. Hands it off to Staples. Oh, big screen there. Piper Janing got laid out. Oh, my goodness. I think they're going to have to get some medical attention there. She took a big shot on that screen. And I'm not even sure if it was a moving screen, really. I couldn't really tell, but Piper Janing got her bell rung in a big way. So Piper Janing will get checked out by the athletic training staff. Head coach Tony Bogenreef also having a chat with her. 58-55 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And it looks like she's all right. And they are heading to the free throw line. And that is the 10th team foul on the Cowgirls, so 2 free throws coming for Addison Staples. So far, 0 for 1 at the stripe. 1:38 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Staples trying to put her squad up by 4, gets a generous roll. 55-59 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after the Cowgirls scored the last 6. Free throws up and good. Another net. So a 2-for-2 trip. Parker Yagi bringing up the ball. Her squad's down by 5. Anna Spear lets it rip from the right side, and she knocks it down. Anna Spear, not a bad time to get in the scoring column with a $1:30 left. That cuts it down to 2. Fosline with the ball. Over to Steiba. Now to Staples. Staples Gets it over to Faggery. Faggery drives baseline, gets an open look to the cup, and she lays it in for two. Madison Faggery with the bucket. And timeout called by head coach Tony Bogenreef with 1:02 left to go. 62-58, Breckenridge trails by 4, but they come back with the ball. You are listening to Cowgirl basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube on KBMW News Live per the I3G Sports Network. We'll be back in 45 seconds.
Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
Wahpeton Parks and Recreation is proud of our community and the talented student athletes competing tonight, providing community collaborations, a family-focused environment, and endless activities. Watt Parks and Rec is here for you. Make sure to check out their website, wahpetonparks.com, for more information on rec programs, parks, facilities, and events. Check out our Facebook page, Wahpeton Parks and Recreation, for all other updates. And good luck to all teams and coaches from all of us at Wahpeton Parks and Recreation.
And welcome back. We got a 62-58 ball game. Cowgirls down with 1:02 left to go. Looking to keep their season alive. Jonica Bernardes bringing it up for the Cowgirls. Looking for an open teammate from the half-court logo. It's over to Yagi. Yagi skip pass over to Bernardes. Bernardes gets a ball screen, steps back. They're not going to let her get a three up. Instead, they swing it over to Piper Janing. She's looking to back down her defender, picks up her dribble, looking for an open teammate. Nobody's there. Parker Yagi is open for three. Got it! Parker Yagi from the top of the key. Cuts the lead to 1. 3 seconds between the shot and game clock. Cowgirls got to force a turnover. They could foul. Foslien with the ball. And they are going to foul. Piper Janing. Probably not the player they wanted to foul, though. 62-61 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Foslien. She is 0 for 2, but those free throws came in the beginning of the game, not at crunch time, where she has just been dialed in. Probably shoots better percentage in the crunch time. 1 point game after that Parker Yagi triple off the Piper Janing feed. 3-pointers up and off the back iron. Maya Foslien with her squad down by 1. 22 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge down 62-61. Foslien puts up the free throw. Another net. Maya Foslien sinks it to make it a 2-point game. Jonica Bernardes dribbles up to the Cowgirl bench. Swung over to Sydney Roberts, and we got a timeout. We're going to hang here, though, because we got a 63-61 ball game. 15 seconds left to go. We got to think of what they're going to be trying to draw up here for the final shot. I mean, you got a lot of good options here. Parker Yagi just hit that big triple, but otherwise kind of a quiet night from her. She's got 9 points. I mean, Jonica Bernardes, just a little shy of 20, but a lot of that has been at the free throw line. So Ava Janing's got that big hit from deep. You know, like I said, they got a lot of good options here. We'll see what Breckenridge is going to have dialed up here. This full timeout, by the way, brought to you by High Camp Construction. But what a sequence of events here. Breckenridge was down by 9 with 3:21 left, and now find themselves down by 2. And bulk of that is West Central area kind of leaving some points at the line, but also it's just been the Cowgirls just never quitting. Seen a lot of great hustle out of them. We got to tip our hat to Anna Spear coming into the game. Hadn't scored yet and was ready to knock down a big clutch triple. And all of a sudden, we got a 2-point game, everybody. Up on your feet. Even if you're watching at home, get up on your feet. If you're driving, you can sit down, I guess. But 63-61. Sydney Roberts inbounding from the left sideline in front of the West Central area fan base. Gets it into Jonica Bernardes. Foslien guarding. Was looking for Yagi on the right side of the floor. Instead, they get over to Piper Janing. Janing gets it to Jonica Bernardes. Bernardes kicks it out to Janing. Janing drives downhill. Right-handed layup on the left side. Ties it up. West Central area calls a timeout with 1.3 seconds left. Piper Janing ties it at 63. Look at her patience going to the hoop. Laid it in with the right hand on the left side. Only a sophomore having herself a night to remember. Piper Janing with 16 points here at the end of regulation, or not the end of regulation, still 1.3 left to go. Another timeout taken, this timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction once again. And what a final stretch of basketball that we've gotten in this game. I'm selfishly saying I really would love an extra period of basketball. We'll see if we're going to be getting it here, or if West Central area is going to be able to do something with their final. I believe they had 1.3 seconds left to go. Unless they're saying they got the timeout off earlier. They got 3.3 seconds left to go. So they put a little bit extra time on there. The Breckenridge coaching staff saying that seems like a lot of time. But they do have to go the full length of the court, and Breckenridge, let's hope they also got told in the huddle, no fouls, no fouls. Inbounding is going to be Macy Gross. Gross likely going to throw a football-style pass down the floor. Instead, they get it into Foslien. Foslien back to Gross. Gross throws it up from three-quarter court and off the mark. We got extra basketball coming our way. 63 all at the end of regulation. Breckenridge trailed by 9. And in the final 3 minutes of the game, outscored their foes 14-5. You are listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. Let's get back for the OT after this break.
Thrifty Horizons wishes all the players good luck throughout the playoffs. Check out Thrifty Horizons on Facebook for daily sales. Thrifty Horizons is in need of clean, resellable household donations. Thrifty Horizons store and donation hours are Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 5, Thursday, 9 to 7, and Friday, 9 to 3. Donatable items including clothing, toys, furniture, books, and movies. Find us at 229 Minnesota Avenue, Breckenridge, Minnesota. Good luck from all of us at Thrifty Horizons.
And welcome back. We got a 63-63 ball game. We're about to tip off the overtime. Breckenridge Cowgirls ended the second half with a 14-5 run. And what a final stretch of basketball that was. We got so many great plays. Piper Janing with a couple nifty finishes. Parker Yagi hit a massive triple. Ava Janing and Anna Spear also both hit a 3 in that run. And the Cowgirls, I would say with all the momentum, but this is just a rowdy gym in general. This could go anyway. We got 4 minutes left to play. They're going to roll with Ava Janing instead of Aaron Blofus for this, to start the overtime at least. So Piper Janing will do the honors of jumping up against Foslien. The other 4 starters otherwise on the floor for Breckenridge. So Breckenridge closing it out with a small ball lineup that has Piper Janing at the 5. Opening tip is won by West Central area. It's a 4-minute overtime period for those who don't know. Steiba kicks out to Staples. Addison Staples, bully ball down low for 2. Addison Staples with the first 2 points of the OT. Breckenridge looking to answer. Left-handed layup is off the mark from Piper Janing, and Parker Yagi tried to tie it up, but West Central area player fell to the ground. Breckenridge fans looking for a travel. I don't really blame them. Steiba kicks it out to Madison Fagry. Fagry gets it to Gross. Macy Gross looking for an open teammate. They got 15 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Their squad is up by 2. Staples looking to potentially drive inside off the left side. Actually threw it into the rim, but a lucky bounce goes right to Fagry. Talk about a tough break for the Cowgirls. Staples essentially threw that one away, but just got the luckiest bounce in the world. It's not very often the rim comes into play when you're throwing a pass, but a generous bounce off the rim it was. And Fagry capitalizes with the free throw. She was scoreless at halftime. now has 6 on the night. Looking to make it 7 with this free throw. And she does. So West Central area with the first 4 points of the overtime period. 3 minutes left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breck down 67-63. What a back cut from Ava Janing, but a nice steal there from Madison Fagry off the Parker Yagi dime. They throw it up to Fagry. Fagry kicks it over to the left wing and then drop down to Steiba for the right-handed layup. She ends up blowing the layup, rebounded by Bernades. They fire down the court to Parker Yagi, who lays it in for 2. Yagi cuts the lead down to 2. And we got an official time. An equipment timeout, it looks like. I believe someone had an untied shoe. They're trying to avoid any terrible accidents on the floor, so they're taking a timeout to do that. So Breckenridge down by 2 with 2:31 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi now has a dozen points after that transition finish. And they're going to take a quick timeout to get some wrapping on the player who had a bloody leg. Blood, sweat, and tears here at Minnewaska Area High School for a trip to the Section 6A title game. Foslian with the ball. It's over to Gross. Gross feeds it up to Madison Fagry. Fagry gets it into the corner to Steiba. Steiba picked up by Ava Janing. Janing tries jumping her for the steal. Instead, it gets over to Foslian. Foslian with the drop off. Nice rotation over to Staples on the left wing. Back to Gross. Cowgirls trying to hunker down for this final 15 seconds, but Gross cold-blooded with the triple. Her 5th hit from deep tonight. And they're going to call an official time to fix the net. All right, they're going to have to get someone from the student section to go do it. Go fix the net real quick. So we're back in business. Seen a lot of weird random stoppages of play here in the second half, but 5-point game. Breckenridge trails 70-65, looking to keep their season alive with 2:06 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernades got a little quiet offensively down the stretch here as Piper Janing is fouled. 1-1, so only 1 free throw guaranteed here for Piper Janing. So next foul will be the double bonus. Piper Janing trying to cut this down to a 3-point game with the free throw. Knocks down the first to earn the second. 70-66 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Janing as this one off the mark. So the free throw struggles continue for Piper Janing here, who's knocked down multiple big shots that were field goals, but free throws have been a little bit of a struggle down the stretch. Macy Gross, who has been a killer on the perimeter with those triples. Foslian drives inside, and Sydney Roberts took a big shot down low, and they're going to call a travel. Roberts tried selling the offensive foul, but Foslian didn't get the call, said, hey, there's nobody between me and the hoop, but took an extra step to get there. So Bernades will bring it up. Her squad now down by 4. 70-66, 1:35 left in this overtime. Parker Yagi fakes the handoff, kicks out to Sydney Roberts. She lines up a 3 near the top of the key. Got it! Nothing but net for Sydney Roberts. Cuts the lead to 1. 70-69 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Macy Gross gets it over to Staples. Addison Staples looking to get downhill. Kicked out to the perimeter to Gross. Gross with Ava Janing riding her. Goes inside, wide open lane to the hoop, but she's going to kick it out instead, and she is fouled. Picking up the foul on Breckenridge. I believe it's going to be on Ava Janing. So 2 free throws coming with West Central area up 70-69 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1:04 left to go in this overtime period. Of course, it's coming down to the wire. Trip to the section title game on the line. And first free throw is good from Gross. maybe not the ideal player to have at the line, as she has already knocked down 5 triples. So that shooting touch is going to carry over to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. The Gross free throw is up and good. Breckenridge down by 3. Still 1 minute left to play. Jonica Bernades dribbles over to the left side of the floor, gets a ball screen from Piper Janing. Drives inside, right-handed layup is good. Jonica Bernades cuts it down to 1. Staples gets it over to Fagry. 15 seconds between the shot and game clocks. The Cowgirls don't have to foul. They trail by 1. Stuyba gets to the cup. Left-handed layup is good. Stuyba with her second field goal of the game. Gets it back to a 3-point lead, 74-71. 30 seconds left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We get over to Sydney Roberts on the left side of the floor. Back out to Bernades. Thought about the triple. Step back. Pump fake. She gets it over to Parker Yagi. Dribble kick out to Ava Janning on the right side. Off the mark. Breckenridge trying to track down the rebound. Staples now has it. West Central area with a 3-point lead and 10 seconds left to play. Ava Janning is on the floor trying to get the steal. Jump ball. And they're going to say possession arrow goes to the Cowgirls with 7 seconds left to play. Head coach Tony Bogenreef going to get a timeout. Going to need to have a good after timeout play for this 3-point, or to set up this 3-point shot. 7 seconds left to play. And what a chaotic sequence this has been. This was a 63-63 ball game heading into this overtime. And the fireworks just keep coming. High-scoring affair. You know, we were saying this is going to be a defensive slugfest kind of game, but all of a sudden both teams are in the 70s. Breckenridge has 7 seconds left. Sydney Roberts just buried a big triple, so she could be a good option, but I'm thinking Jonica Bernades might be the first option off of this one. But like I said, they got a lot of good players who can knock this down. Ava Janning has hit a big triple in this game. Piper Janning can let it fly as well. We'll see who they're going to end up rolling with. This timeout once again brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. The Cowgirls getting a heck of an ovation here from their hometown fans. Breckenridge fans got these stands packed for the final 7 seconds of the overtime. And both teams will be in the double bonus. Keep that in mind if we're going to see West Central area maybe try to foul off the inbound. Inbounding will be Sydney Roberts right by the Breckenridge bench for all the marbles here. 74-71 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They get into Parker Yagi. Yagi kicks out to Aaron Bloffus in the right corner. Rotates to Jonica Bernades. Lets it fly off the mark. And rebounded by West Central area. Gets tied up at the same time as Parker Yagi. Jump ball is going to go to West Central area, and they are going to win this ball game. And they're saying, let's cool it on the celebration, but they are going to take over possession. West Central area was about to storm the court, but they're going to put a little time on for the jump ball. Jonica Bernades' 3-point heave. They didn't get the look they were looking for, obviously. So they're putting on. Let's see how much they're going to put back on. As West Central area with the 3-point lead. 4 seconds left. Oh, that's a little more than everybody expected, but I thought it was going to be like 0.4 seconds, not 4, but 4 seconds remaining. So in theory, Breckenridge could swipe a steal here, but we got a timeout call. No, it is 0.4 seconds. All right, so they did fix it. So this one is essentially a wrap then. Pending a Derek Fisher 0.4 second three-pointer also off of a steal. So very unlikely as the Cowgirls likely to lose a heartbreaker here in overtime against West Central area. Two very evenly matched teams in this ball game. And I've seen so many players come up big down the stretch here. But the Cowgirls just couldn't get that last heave to go. And West Central area took care of their business at the free throw line. Once again, 0.4 seconds left to play. Cowgirls could, in theory, force a 5 call here and then get the ball back for a 0.4 second launch, but odds are definitely stacked against them as Staples is going to whip it down the floor, and it is touch out of bounds, or it's that'll do it for the game. West Central area moving on to the Section 6A title game. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Miller Realty postgame show, and on that last play, my apologies, we didn't get it on the video stream, but they threw a baseball pass down the floor, 0.4 seconds left. Someone deflected the pass, and that started the clock to run out the last 0.4, and that will do it for the Cowgirls season for the second year in a row, falling short in the section semifinal round. Once again, we'll return with your Miller Realty postgame show. You've been listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
Scott's Electric has built their entire reputation on quality workmanship. Their dedication is to you. At Scott's Electric, it's all about customer satisfaction. They cover all the bases. New construction from commercial to industrial, agricultural, residential, and communications. Scott's Electric wrote the book on electric service and repair. They can handle utility placement and street lighting too. Find them at www.scottselectric.net or call 701-642-9244. Scott's Electric, quality workmanship with dedication to customer satisfaction.
When you're looking for catering, what comes to mind? Joel Ellingson at Favorites Drive-Thru Deli. Give him a call at 899-0942 for your catering events. Find him on Facebook, too. Favorites Drive-Thru Deli in Breckenridge.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Jody Hendrickson, your Wahpeton Edward Jones financial advisor, can help get you ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. She will work with you to meet your changing needs to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, she can help make them feel a little less unexpected. Call Jody Hendrickson at 701-642-5762 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Cowgirls falling a heartbreaker on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Your final score ended up being 74-71. It was a 63-all ball game heading into the overtime, and boy, was this an exciting finish. Let's run through the State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. And there were only 4 girls in the scoring column, and it was kind of a lot of girls, in the first half for West Central area. And it was kind of just a few girls doing all the heavy lifting, but it was all the girls who hadn't been scoring all night who ended up being key down the stretch. Let's run through some of them. Leading the way was Maya Fosley with 24 points. Macy Gross followed with 19, buried 5 triples in the victory. 13 points from Addison Staples. And then here are the girls who really brought their best in the second half and in the overtime. Madison Fager with 7 points. Jaden Steibo with 6 points. And then also 4 points for Sydney Huntley and 1 point for Izzy Pekalski to give them their 74 on the night. And leading the way for Breckenridge was Jonica Bernades, 21 points. I also had her for 7 rebounds. 17 points from Piper Janing, including a couple of very big finishes inside. She had 6 rebounds. 12 points from Parker Yagi and 8 rebounds. 7 points apiece from Sydney Roberts in her final game as a Cowgirl, and then Ava Janing with 7 points as well. 3 from Anna Spear, 2 from Mariah Coltis, and 2 from Erin Blofis as well. So all 8 girls who played in the ball game got in the scoring column, and just wasn't enough down the stretch. As West Central area and Cowgirls, started off in a very tight defensive battle, and all of a sudden we got a shootout in the final. How long, we got to give credit for the Cowgirls for their resilience to keep this game alive, as it was looking tough there down the stretch. And we'll take a quick break before we run through your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. You're listening to the Miller Realty Postgame Show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back. Your final score, once again, 74-71. Breckenridge Cowgirls seeing their season come to an end with a record of 23-6. A season that saw them earn the #1 seed in the South Subsection and fell just short of the section title game for the second season in a row. Just a heartbreaker for the Cowgirls to lose, but before we dive into our, actually, we'll look back to that. Apologies. We'll dive into our play of the game right now, brought to you by Red River Agency in Breckenridge. We got a lot of options, so I'm just going to go with that sequence that the Cowgirls put together, that 14-5 run to force the overtime, as they trailed by 9 with 3:21 left to play. And it's not as cool now because they didn't win it, but they took a timeout break when they were down by 9, and I took a picture of the scoreboard just in case they were able to pull a really crazy come back off, and I'm glad I got to see them force the overtime at least. I know they didn't get the victory, but that 14-5 run to close out the second half was nutty. They had all the momentum going into that final overtime period, but West Central area, just ended up having a little more down the stretch there to pull away for that 74-71 victory, and fantastic season from the Cowgirls once again. And we'll go with your player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health. My apologies once again for Red River Agency. Got so caught up watching all the post-game festivities, I forgot to throw that on there for you. But once again, the play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. That 14-5 run to close out regulation and force overtime. 63 all heading into the OT. 74-71 ended up being the final. And now for your player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health, here with you. And I probably could go with Jonica Bernades. She was getting to the free throw line like crazy to help her team out. Also getting on the glass, Parker Yagi. Piper Janing also had a fantastic showing down the stretch to finish with her 17 points and a lot of clutch buckets as well. But I'm going to go with the two seniors that Breckenridge will be bidding farewell to because they have just been staples to the program for the last couple of years. Both of them have been starters for the last 2 full seasons. 23 wins this year. And I believe they had, don't quote me on it, but as their sophomore season, they had 17. Actually went to the wrong one. And their junior year, 16. I don't know why I had them for like 20, but they got just as far last year, if I remember correctly. But maybe this is Minnesota scores being inaccurate with the numbers, but apologies. We'll just say they've won a lot of games for the last few years and are going to be 2 players that are going to be sorely missed this program. Sydney Roberts and Aaron Blofis are going to be my picks for the players of the game, brought to you by Essential Health, here with you. And I know. There's a lot of girls that we could have gone with here, but we're just going to roll with the seniors here and, wish them a, good luck in the future. And it was really fun to get to cover their career up close, especially Aaron, my cousin, but also Sydney as well, because Sydney is just the prototypical athlete. I wish my daughter was a little older to watch these 2 girls play, so then she could kind of pick up on a few things. But that's all right. She's got plenty of other role models coming up through the program to to admire. They're going to bring back so many girls next year, including Emily Gowan, who is out with a knee injury this year. So they're going to be adding her back to the lineup. Of course, Jonica Bernades and Parker Yagi coming back for their much-anticipated senior year after being part of the program and part of the varsity rotation since they were in 7th grade. So very big expectations coming for their senior year. The Janing girls, after a fantastic 2024-2025 season, that has everybody very excited to see what kind of a jump they're going to take next year as well. Mariah Coltis likely be sliding into a starter's role. Her and Ava Janing, and then Anna Spear coming off the bench being the 6th man. Just so many great things to look forward to in the next couple of years. Also some girls coming up in the program as well. So I don't want to wish time away, but I'm excited for another year, another season of Breckenridge Cowgirls basketball, and excited to see what they can improve on to, try to see if they can make a little deeper run next year. I know they're very disappointed as they kind of had a ranking as one of the top teams in the state entering this ball game, but West Central area was not a team they were overlooking. They knew that it was going to be a tougher test than the last time they ran into them when they defeated them by 9, and they were right. This West Central area crew much improved, and a lot of girls who stepped up and made some big shots down the stretch here. So just a fantastic ball game. It's a privilege to cover. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you to all the sponsors. Once again, got to shout out the bonus sponsors. Once again, including Jawoski Glass and Repair, your local Edward Jones agent, Jody Hendrickson in Wapton, and then we got Favorites Drive-Thru Deli, Scott's Electric, American Federal Bank, Thrifty Horizons, Wapton Parks and Recreation, Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative as well, Cargill, Comdale Innovation, OK Tire, Mindak Farmers Cooperative, Prairie Stone, Superior Builders, Sanford Health in Wapton. Also, we got Valley Beat Service Manufacturing, Dakota Cabinetry, the Black Pelican Bar and Grill in Winemere, Cross Brothers Construction, and Bremer Bank in Breckenridge and Wapton. So thank you to all the bonus sponsors making this broadcast possible. We're really hoping to be doing another one at Concordia College in a few days here, but just going to have to settle for the fantastic season we got. Once again, Breckenridge Cowgirls wrap up the year with a record of 23-6. A season to remember. Obviously the final result wasn't what they were looking for, but still so many great highlights. Breckenridge being crowned a share of the conference title. Can't forget about that. Their first conference title in over 20 years. So a historic season nonetheless. We got to see Parker Yagi become the all-time leading scorer and rebounder. And just has me so excited for next year once again. But this has been your Miller Realty postgame show. Final score one more time before we wrap it up. West Central area winning this one 74-71. You've been listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. And thanks for joining us on the broadcast. Make sure to loop back on Thursday. Tune in to the Breckenridge boys basketball playoff game as they'll be playing in Wheaton. Yours truly will be on the call for that. So looking forward to some more postseason basketball on B92.7 FM. Thanks for listening, folks.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.